OMFG, I totally can't believe he said that. That's hilarious.
It was kind of funny, right?
Pretty surprised to hear you guys say that, to be honest. I mean, felt pretty out of line at the time.
It really, honestly wasn't that big of a deal. Seriously, you guys need to chill the fuck out.
Okay, fair enough. So you're cool with it then, Anna?
What the actual fuck is this bullshit? Is this shit for real?
Yeah, like I said, happened today.
Fuck this. Totally tagging some people in this shit. People have to see this.
I seriously don't give a shit, but whatever.
Hey Hannah, you've tagged me into this, but I cannot see the original post. Maybe ask your friend or whoever to change the privacy settings. Thanks.
Hey, Connor, can you change the privacy settings so that my friend can see this?
Sure. Done.
You see this, June?
Yes.
So, today in old Billy Barrett's history class, something totally weird and inappropriate happened. It was the first class on the civil rights movement. I guess it's a popular subject because it was fuller than usual. So, people were still standing around in the yards and chatting and stuff when big Prof BB came in. And he just kind of stood there all flustered. You could see it kind of thrown, the poor bastard. Eventually, BB Gun starts asking everyone to settle down, doing this kind of high school teacher act, but still trying to be all chummy and down with the kids, you know. Everyone shuts up, but some of the girls are still chatting and laughing so old William Billiam sort of sheepishly joins in and laughs and is like, "Oh, ladies, I'd quite like to start now, if you please." Anna, bit cheeky, says something like, "Let's go then, William. Time's ticking on." And old Billy B-Bag, bless him, I don't know if he thinks she's flirting or whatever. He honestly goes and says, "Well, I would crack on, thank you very much, if I didn't have to be heard over a bunch of giggling sluts first." Speechless.
Well, this is just completely out of line.
Right.
He called her a slut. A senior professor saying that to publicly shame a teenage girl. I can't even.
I'm not sure he was trying to shame her, but it was pretty weird.
Hello? I honestly do not give a fuck.
Hey, Courtney, is this like the kind of thing you could write about for the student paper?
Honey, unless it's sports stories or funding scandals, those boys aren't interested. Trust me, I've tried.
Oh, that sucks.
Gotta be something that generates traffic, babe.
Hey, so I just wanted to say that I think Professor William Barrett is a pretty cool guy, and did you guys know that his wife left him a few years ago, and maybe he was just excited and trying to crack a joke or something?
Hi, Preston, do I know you? I don't think I'm friends with you on here.
You're not my friend. None of you guys are friends with me. It's a public post. I thought this was a free country.
It's the settings, Connor. Anyone can post here now.
I know who you are. Everyone knows who you are. Connor the sports guy. Nice guy Connor. The one who all the girls like, right?
Thanks.
I posted more thoughts on this, but even those of you that know me on here probably didn't see it because your algorithms have figured out just to skip over me so you can ignore me just like in real life.
Look, I don't know what your beef is, but nobody's making it open season on anyone here, okay? I like the guy too, but that chat was awful.
Preston, were you even there? You seem pretty keen to be an authority on this, given you weren't even there.
No, I wasn't there. I don't even take his class. I know him from the Settlers of Catan Society.
Settlers of Catan. Lol.
It's a really good game. Shut the fuck up.
Okay, Preston. This isn't about whether Barrett is a good guy or not. This is about behaviors and what they are and aren't challenged in a university dominated by men in teaching positions.
With an overwhelming white student population.
Yes.
And very few people of colour in teaching positions. And a laughably poor LGBT inclusion policy. And next to no students from lower income families.
Those are important, but not necessarily relevant.
They're completely relevant.
Well, I've just read the rest of this thread, and it looks like the girl he said it to doesn't think it's a big deal either. So ha ha ha, fuck you.
It's true. I completely don't.
Oh, so you're going to mansplain sexism to us now, huh, Preston?
Okay, I'm out. And Preston, I'm blocking you. It's nothing personal. I've just had way too much crap on here lately, and can't deal with this bullshit in my timeline right now.
Blocking me? You're fucking hilarious, you people. You know that. It's like Randy P says, you're like fucking Nazis or something.
Who the hell was Randy P?
Oh, you don't know Randy P? You're gonna know Randy P, believe me.
Oh, let me guess, you're going to tell us how being blocked by Jane is a violation of your free speech now, right?
What if I am?
Write this down. Free speech ain't the same thing as other people having to listen to your BS.
Fucking Nazi!
Hey, I'm not taking sides with this weirdo BTW. I definitely don't know the guy, for the record, and I don't want anyone thinking I'm friends with this cheeseball. I'm just saying, I literally give 0 fucks about any of this.
Did he really call you a slut? I just read somewhere else he said hussy. That seemed less bad. Is that less bad?
I don't care.
It's every bit as bad, for fuck's sake.
Hey, I'm getting lots of share notifications on this from people I don't know.
Yeah, I shared this to the Feminist Society page to move the conversation somewhere productive. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, okay. Fine, I guess.
Connor, do you literally have no idea how Facebook works or what? What, are you like 40?
Come on, who even uses Facebook? I use this thing for course stuff.
Thanks. It's generated quite a lot of interest.
I see that.
Hey Connor, I see your post is really taken off. I'm thinking about writing a short piece on all of this for the student paper. It's given me an idea. Have PM'd you.
It started a really important discussion around representation in campus.
Okay, well, good then.
Hi Jane, I'm Courtney. Are you a member of the Feminist Society? Could you PM me?
Cool. Go, Courtney.
This is so stupid.
This is so funny.
Hey Anna, hey Ruth, have PM'd you.
Hi there, Connor. Coach Hornsby here. I noticed your Facebook story about my colleague has gained quite a bit of traction there, son. Just want to add my voice to the clamor here to say that William Barrett is a decent kind of a man. I wonder if we could have a little chinwalk about all this next time you're in for soccer practice. Nothing heavy, just a few words I'd like to say about my friend Professor Barrett here, okay? Sound good?
Sure thing, John. Side note, you know you don't have to introduce yourself by name on this, right? It shows up right there next to your profile pic.
It's Coach. You hear?
Oh, what is it you want to say about Barrett? Coach.
With the greatest of respect to you, Miss Jane, I'm not looking for a public debate in here. I'm just reaching out to my friend for a conversation.
Jane, what the fuck?
Hannah, he's old school. It's cool.
Yeah, haha, shut up, feminazi.
Preston, son, you know your mother has asked me to monitor your online behavior, so please treat the lady with respect.
Your mom, Preston. Lol.
This is cold. I'm crying.
I'm dead. I'm literally dying right now.
I hate you all.
Hi, John. I know you use this thing a lot. I hope you don't mind me contacting you here. You'll have seen I made a bit of a boo-boo and it seems to have kicked up quite a fuss. Anyway, I knew there was a lot of stuff being said about me on this thing, so I started an account to have a look and, well, gosh, it's quite something, isn't it? I hope I'm not overreacting, but it does feel a bit like the dogs are circling, and, well, it has been a tough couple of years, you know? Do you think if I made some kind of statement or apology or something that would help make all this just go away, or would I just be fanning the flames? I can't remember what I said. It just came out, and even if I did say it, did you know that etymologically speaking, the word slut really only means a woman who is untidy? There was quite a lot of mess when I walked in. It wasn't exactly factually inaccurate. Anyway, I do desperately wish the students would all just shut up and settle down, which ironically was kind of my first point. I'm sorry to contact you at this ungodly hour, but you know, it's on my mind a bit. Thanks for your time, old friend. Yours, William.
William, hello. This is Dr. Naomi Hoffersheet here. I think you've tried to send John a private message a few hours ago, but what you've actually done is post on his wall, which means that anyone can see it and comment on it like I am now. It's unlikely the students will have seen it since you're not connected to them on here, but John is, so they might. And I don't think you'd want that. Only you or John can delete the post, so I'm just hoping you pick up this message. Okay, so I'm guessing you're not up yet. I'm gonna call you just to make sure you've seen this. You need to delete this, William.
Sorry, Naomi. New to all this. How do I delete it?
There's a little icon in the top right corner. Click on it. A menu will appear. Do you see it?
I can't see it, no.
Bill, you really don't want to make this public, buddy.
John, just delete it, please.
Holy shit.
Oh, great. Hi, Jane.
Is this for real?
Jane, this is a complex situation that doesn't need to be inflamed any further.
I did a bit of a booby. Did I make a booby?
Bill, just stop writing things for a moment, would you? Jesus, man.
Hi everyone, so I'm totally reposting the screenshot that Jane took of William Barrett thinking that he's leaving a private message to Hornsby on here and basically defending the word slut and referring to angry female students as dogs and contemplating making an insincere political apology just to make it all go away, which I'm sure you'll all agree is total BS.
Jane, I've PM'd you.
Naomi, hi.
What are you doing? I thought we were friends.
Hannah posted it, not me. I can't believe you're defending him. I respected you.
I'm asking you to be mature about this.
Please don't patronize me, Naomi.
I do feel kind of sorry for Barrett. He sounds kind of sad.
I really wish you'd spoken to me before going public with this, Hannah.
Why, you don't think that people should know that this is his attitude to young women? Hey Courtney, you seen this? You want to use this in your piece?
Hi, thank you. Yes, definitely.
Dear Internet. So, I guess this is just another random late night cry for help post about how nobody notices that I exist. And I'm a failure in everything I do. I don't think I'm a bad guy. I guess I must just be ugly. Either way, people hate me. What do you do to make women not ignore you? I'm a good person. I would be a good husband one day to someone, but I'm not even in the friend zone. I'm in the nobody zone. I don't think people actually understand how that feels. Like, how it really feels. Randy P says in his latest video that to be a white man in this society has become the worst thing you can be, the most demonized of all, and maybe that's right. I definitely feel hated. William Barrett is pretty hated. I guess this is just attention seeking. Like, I don't even know why I'm posting it. I must be such a loser. I wish I was strong. I want to be strong, like the way men are supposed to be, like a warrior. I know I deserve better than this. I want to be able to take what I deserve. I wish I could. See, I can write this here because I basically know nobody will read it, which is kind of the hilarious irony. I guess I'll still delete it in a few minutes. Fuck my life.
Okay, so setting this next post to restricted view so basically only some of you can see it. As you may know, I've been having a pretty hard time at the paper, with basically all my ideas and suggestions being overruled by the bullshit boys club that runs the thing. I know I'm a way better writer than any of the journal bros at that 2-bit magazine. If you could give my article a boost by linking it to your own pages and sharing it on other platforms, I'd super appreciate it. Here's the link.
Hi, reposting this into the Feminist Society page so my new friends here can tell me what to think about this.
You shouldn't let anyone tell you what to think, Ruth.
I know, but you know.
The statement says, the university recognizes the inappropriate nature of language used by a member of staff towards an undergraduate student. Professor William Barrett is a valued member of our research community, and he offers an unreserved apology for any offence caused. The university believes that in this age of social media, staff and students alike have a responsibility to discuss events with maturity. The matter is being handled internally and there will be no further comment.
So wait, it's not his fault for being a sexist asshole, it's our fault for fucking talking about it.
Isn't it weird that we call scandals something gate, slut gate? Like it's after Watergate, right? But Watergate wasn't a scandal about water, it was a scandal about Watergate. So really when we talk about that, it should be Watergate gate, right? Or we should drop the gate thing and just say scandal. Slut scandal. That works, right?
Sounds like an extremely lame punk rock band.
I'd quite like for everyone to shut up about this now, please. It's getting embarrassing.
This isn't just about what Barrett said to you, Anna. This is about wagon circling a powerful man so he can get away with whatever, while telling women to shut up and stop being hysterical. It's victim-blaming logic. It's fucking endemic.
I think she's right, Anna.
Oh, fine. Really, you guys. Everyone else send me cat pics.
So cute.
Following the events of what is now widely referred to as Slutgate, the Feminist Society are calling an open meeting for women to share their experiences of campus sexism and to discuss misogyny within the university at large. This isn't a campaign event or a protest. This is a space to build relationships and support. You don't need to be a member or even call yourself a feminist. If you identify as a woman or non-binary and you want to meet others to talk about this, then you are warmly welcome. We'll provide tea and coffee and you just bring yourself. Please note, while this event is open to both undergraduate and postgraduate students of any level, at this moment, due to a general air of mistrust in the university management, we are not inviting staff to attend. Thank you for respecting this.
L-O motherfucking L.
Anna, it'd be really great if you wanted to come, though I appreciate you may not want to.
You know you're running with something that happened to me at the top of this. You know that, right?
She didn't use any names.
Yeah, well, I want you to delete that bit. I don't want anything to do with this.
Sure, we can do that, of course.
I'm coming. It's exciting. It's like a protest. I've never been to a protest before.
That is great you're coming, Ruth. No, it's not a protest, it's just a meetup.
Are you really pissed, Anna?
I'll come, sounds great.
No you won't.
What?
It's a women's space, Connor, but thank you for the interest. Maybe you could share the event.
Actual fuck. What the fuck is this then?
It's just a meetup.
That men are banned from?
Correct.
Not banned, it's just a space for women, that's all.
Can I just reasonably ask why?
Oh, here it fucking comes.
I'm sorry, here what comes? I've been nothing but civil. After all, it's the fact that lots of people read my Facebook post that drew attention to this in the first place.
Oh, well, girls, if we aren't just blessed to have him, it's Captain Save-A-Slut.
I find that language offensive and was under the impression that you did too.
Me using it is totally different, Rosa.
How?
I think he has a point. Maybe men should be allowed to come.
Exactly, Ruth, thank you.
Look, Connor, thank you for raising attention to what was said in class that day. It helped kickstart a discussion. But it's a discussion that's been needed for a long time. And the fact is that a lot of women are much less comfortable sharing experiences of sexism in the company of men. If you want to be an ally, I'm sure there will be other ways you can help in the future too if you want. Perhaps you could help by promoting this event.
But I know lots of men that would want to come and listen and help.
Then you can start by listening now, asshole.
You're being rude. I've been nothing but polite.
You started this thread by saying what the actual fuck is this, but whatever.
I apologise. I'll edit that. But why would you refuse my help?
You really think the thing the feminist society is missing is the insight and abilities of men? Is that actually your hot take on this?
Oh, you're distorting now.
Look, having men around makes the space unsafe for victims of sexism to talk about their experience. What is confusing you about this?
Is that what this is? One of those safe spaces? Christ, look. That some women might find it hard to talk about this stuff around men is a point I hadn't considered. Now, by engaging, I have my understanding improved. Do you see how that works? Yes? I still disagree with you, but I have a fuller understanding. Debate changes things by changing minds. That's what free speech is all about.
Okay, bro, I'm not going to waste energy explaining this shit more than once. The thing is, as this conversation aptly fucking demonstrates, a lot of the time even really well-meaning men have a tendency to take up space and energy by focusing on themselves and on their experience, failing to actually listen, undermining women and demanding that time be spent on educating them in very basic shit like this. You're offended by safe spaces? The whole goddamn world is your safe space. We're just taking one tiny little time out where we don't have to worry about what you might be thinking and tailor every single thing we say and do towards you and your point of view. This isn't hiding from debate. It's about actually having the hard, difficult discussions that you, like it or not, simply get in the way of.
I'm only trying to help.
Well, I hate to break it to you, pal, but sometimes having you around is way more of a hindrance than a help, okay? No matter how much of a top nice guy you imagine yourself to be, because TBH, if you want to know what I think that this conversation has way more to do with your own sense of entitlement than it does with actually helping women. So with the best will in the world, sweetie, if you really genuinely want to prove me wrong, maybe consider the possibility that there are other ways of helping, which might be better than showing up in women's spaces wearing a t-shirt that says, "Look at what a swell dude I am," and demanding that you be heard.
Hannah, go easy on him.
Don't tone police me, Jane. I'm truly sick of this shit.
You've made your feelings perfectly clear. I'm out.
This has gone really well so far, I think.
Hi, Courtney. You wanted to talk to me for an article? I think I have a story for you.
Awesome. PM me?
Sure.
Okay, so here's something that might get me in a little bit of trouble, and I'll probably live to regret it. But to hell with it, I figure it's time that some of us started to be a bit more open about this. I've been a class lecturer for nearly 10 years. I consider myself socially and politically liberal. I've always been active in progressive politics. I was an energetic campaigner for things like equal rights in my youth. Something has shifted in campus culture since I started out in this job. I have to say, my students sometimes terrify me. The woke ones most of all. I used to include materials in my class that were intended to be difficult, to provoke, to be divisive, and cause debate. Growing up as a young feminist, we didn't cushion ourselves in bubble wrap. We learned to develop thick skins to that which challenged and even hurt us. There's a growing trend, as I now see it, for students not just to want to avoid challenging ideas, but to actually cry foul at any content in class that may be seen to hurt their delicate feelings. Now, I'm not for a second going to suggest that calling a young woman a slut represents some uncomfortable nugget of critical thought, and God knows I've had my disagreements with my colleague, Professor Barrett, but the response to this, it must be said, relatively minor transgression, maps quite easily onto a more general and worrying trend which places teaching staff at the mercy of a culture of witch hunting from a supposedly liberal student body. A student body that is more concerned with using safe spaces and trigger warnings to protect individuals from perceived hurt from words and ideas than it is with actually changing anything. Now, I don't want to sound like one of those people crusading against identity politics. Look, I'm a feminist, okay? But the truth remains that feelings are not where the root cause of injustice lies. And this preoccupation with defending feelings is not only a distraction from actually challenging injustice, it is increasingly clear that it is now actively dangerous in its own right. Words aren't things. They're not violent. They're the carriers of ideas. And frankly, this culture has become a threat to our jobs, our livelihoods, and our academic integrity.
Hey everyone, please like and share my new piece. Feminist Society Safe Space meeting met with counter-protests from free speech activists.
This is really excellent from one of my students about mollycoddled millennial campus culture. Please do read and share.
Following the announcement of a women-only event to discuss sexism on campus, a group of free speech activists have staged a counter-rally in opposition to what they see as a culture of fear, inhibition and censorship. Connor Whitelaw, a politics student who describes himself as feminist, organised the event. He had this to say.
As John Stuart Mill said, if any opinion is compelled to silence, then that opinion may, for aught we certainly know, be true. To deny this is to assume our own infallibility. The people who have organised this event are choosing to live in a bubble, assuming their own infallibility and excluding a great number of men from their thinking and helping with their cause. I think that's a great failing, but also a terrible crime against free speech. And we're here to say that these safe spaces ought to be abolished in favour of rigorous, open debate. This is a university. If you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen.
I don't think you understand what freedom of speech is, Honeysuckle. It's not the same thing as being able to walk into any room and demand that people listen to you.
John, Connor's one of your students, right? I think he's taken an excellent and very important stand here.
I can't claim to understand entirely what's going on anymore, but I agree he's a good kid.
They're not still talking about Slutgate, are they? Has it gone away yet?
It doesn't look like it's going away for a while, William.
Oh, bloody hell.
The turnout of the event was far greater than anticipated, gaining traction with pro-free speech movements, and some have speculated with anti-feminist activists and men's rights activists known as MRAs.
Thanks for the coverage, Courtney. It really helped.
Connor, bro, you totally owe me one.
And why would that be?
I posted your event to a subreddit that I post on, and Randy P says that the Alright is a free speech movement, so I thought this was a great opportunity to make our mark on campus.
Well, anyone is welcome. We were glad of the numbers, so thanks, I guess.
No, thank you. Man, it was cool. Guys like us, we're about pushing back against the restrictions placed on our freedoms by libtards and feminist thought police who want to control what we can and can't say.
So, I feel like I'm still catching up, but wasn't Hannah's whole point the idea that men take up lots of space and energy and time and make it all about themselves?
Jesus fucking Christ, will someone just literally fucking kill all men already?
Literally?
Yes, fucking literally.
So you're not joking?
Hey Courtney, what are you getting at?
Alright, Trips, please like and share my new story. Feminist Society spokesperson embroiled in kill all men Facebook post controversy.
Oh, fuck's sake, are you fucking kidding me?
Well, this is interesting.
Hello, John. Just sending you a message. It's in your private message box for you to pick up when you see it.
Yes, Bill, I think you have the hang of it now.
So, this is great news, right? What she said is far worse than what I said. So this is great news, right?
I think this is going fairly out of hand, Bill. I have to say.
You think this is going to put me under more scrutiny or less? They've told me that I'm under review, whatever that means.
Bill, I think this is going to put a lot of unhealthy attention on this young lady.
Well, she said a very, very inappropriate thing.
No, I think we need to do something about this.
What do you mean?
I don't think she really meant it like that, did she?
It's kind of ironic, you have to admit that.
Ironic? How? I'm confused.
Oh, great. Here come the trolls. My inbox is bursting at the seams with fucking MRA bullshit.
Everyone commenting on or sharing this story about Hannah, jumping to conclusions about her, saying things about her, please calm down. It's actually a fairly recognizable in-joke and quite obviously not a sentiment to be taken seriously.
How can you be defending her? Hypocrite.
I can't do this. I can't do this anymore. You people are fucking sick.
Connor, I'm blocking you.
Typical feminazi BS.
Hannah can say what she wants about killing men, but after Slutgate she can hardly defend it as a misunderstood joke, can she?
It's totally different.
How?
Thanks for all the shares, everyone. My story's been republished on professional news sites. Check it out. I get paid and everything.
Congratulations, Courtney. It's great to see hard work rewarded.
I think this is putting our school on the map, you know? This is awesome. Totally reposting.
Please do share it widely and keep those clicks coming.
The whole incident has prompted student Anna Martinez, who was the subject of the original Slutgate incident, to finally break her silence on the issue of free speech on campus. Anna spoke to us yesterday and had this to say.
I don't give a shit about Hannah's joke. I don't give a shit about Barrett's joke. I think you're all fucking idiots. Leave me alone.
Hi Jane. Do you know how I can get a hold of Hannah at all? Help a girl out?
Courtney, I notice you're getting a lot more articles published these days. I guess that must be generating a lot of web traffic, huh?
Yeah, and I imagine I have you and your society's full support as a young woman attempting to succeed in a male-dominated area of university life, of course.
Go to hell. I hope you're proud of yourself.
You know what? I sure am. Hey, I've not heard from Hannah in a while. Has she deleted her account or what?
She's keeping a low profile thanks to you. You know she's been getting death threats on here, right? You know that?
What, like real ones?
What does that even mean?
Look, it's just the ugly byproduct of a high news profile story. It happens. It's nothing to be too alarmed about. Anyway, I thought you were used to online abuse.
Death threats and rape threats, Courtney.
You don't think they're real, do you?
I don't know. Do you want me to ask her to send them over to you so you can read them verbatim?
Oh, could you?
Go away.
Courtney, would you seriously fuck off with this?
Oh, no emoji, Anna. I guess that means you're being serious.
Fuck this.
Jane, do you know how I can get hold of Hannah if she's not on here? I've got national level interest in this thing. It's a pretty big deal. Can I speak to her?
Okay, do you think I'm just totally retarded or what?
Careful. I might run a story on your ableist language.
I'm blocking you now. Fuck you.
Bitches, listen up, because it's our turn now. Following recent high-profile controversies around free speech and censorship on campus, including coverage on national news, we are pleased to announce that Randy P has responded by adding a late addition to his speaking tour. And he's coming here. Men's rights activist and free speech vanguardist Randy P is a leading figure of the alt-right, the new movement of young Western conservatives opposed to the political correctness and culture of censorship. Conservatism is the new rock and roll, populism is the new punk rock, and Randy P is here to say unsayable truths to you. So you better shut up and listen.
Did you set this up, Preston?
I might have helped get the ball rolling a little.
Who the hell is this guy? Like Randy P? What, is he some kind of retired pro wrestler sex addict?
Oh, Jesus.
Deal with it, bitches.
We need to do something about this.
Me again. Please share my long read feature. Who is Randy P? A profile of this dapper and surprisingly charismatic white nationalist.
Charismatic white nationalist. That means like charming and lovable Nazi, right?
Read the piece, please. That's not what it says.
Why are you giving airtime to this guy, Courtney?
Why not?
While it pains me to say it, Randy P has a right to be heard, but more than that, silencing him just lends him power and legitimacy that plays into his hands.
Correct. However abhorrent his views, the only way to defeat them is in the marketplace of ideas.
Bullshit. Please share this. Randy P is a proponent of hate speech. We refuse to let our university become a place where the following views are legitimized under the guise of debate. 1. Men and women are not equal. They were not made equal, born equal, nor should they try to be equal. It's an unnatural aberration. 2. The question isn't how best to integrate. The question is what races best serve the interest of our species as whole. Once we see that the black and Jewish races are a hindrance to our people's goals, the question becomes simply, what is the most expedient strategy for removing them? 3. It is a gross injustice that a man may be punished for so-called raping his own wife. She's his wife, she's his. 4. Women and men are both happier when men can take action and behave like true warriors. When a woman says no, ignore her. It's what you want her to do. Please sign our open letter opposing the decision to let this man speak. No platform for apologies. No platform for fascism.
No.
What?
I can't sign it.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Obviously I don't agree with him. Obviously. But you don't defeat these idiots by telling them they can't be heard.
Connor, there are red lines, asshole. If you believe in democracy, you don't make space for fascism. For fuck's sake.
Lol. Typical SJW keyboard warrior bullshit.
Jane, I thought you were blocking me, and Preston.
I've decided to keep an eye on both of you.
Can't you see he's just going to use this to his advantage? To drum up support?
His advantage is having people like you roll over and legitimize his ideas rather than to stand up to him. And even if he fucking is, so what? We'll meet him on the streets.
Mob rule! You're as bad as the Nazis. Whose side are you on here? You're supporting mob rule.
Protesting on the streets does not make you a Nazi. Being a fucking Nazi makes you a fucking Nazi.
Hate to burst your bubbles, bitches, but it's a free country. Connor, don't listen to them, bro. You know Randy P has just announced that he might pull out of safety fears for his fans and followers. Who are the real Nazis now, huh?
Hello everyone, I wasn't meaning to post on here until the atmosphere on campus cooled a little bit, but in case you didn't know, we are on national news. University management under increasing pressure to take position on controversial Randy P speaking tour.
I'm not sure about this. I'm really not sure about this.
That's my story. What the fuck? They stole my story.
Naomi, have PM'd you.
Yes.
The national news, it didn't mention me or Slutgate, so that means they've moved on, right?
I imagine it's not the main focus of the story, William, no.
Great, okay. Thumbs up.
So you're speaking in emoji now, William?
Okie dokie hand, smiley in sunglasses, laughing with tears.
Jesus, we really are through the looking glass.
A man levitating in a suit.
William, what's happening out there is actually incredibly serious.
A thinking face times 3.
In this climate, where the university's commitment to open debate and free speech is being openly questioned, its next move may prove crucial and may be a potential acid for the political mood of the country. Those are exactly my words, assholes! Does anybody know who I write to about this? Anyone? Hello?
A statement from university management. I have to say, I think all of us staff need to rally behind this point, regardless of how uncomfortable some of us might be with it. So please share this widely. Following speculation that one of our forthcoming visiting speakers, Randy P, may pull out amidst safety concerns, the university management would like to reassure all students, staff, and interested parties that the event will go ahead as planned. We, as an institution, remain as committed as ever to an open spirit of debate. We may not always agree, but our sites of education must remain spaces where ideas can be heard and challenged.
Dr. Höferscheid, you're fucking kidding me, right?
I'm not gonna get drawn into this on here, Jane.
Good. I'm blocking you. Fuck you.
Shit.
Shit's about to get real. Here's a link to legal advice when dealing with the police at protests. It contains a list of your rights, of what you do and don't have to tell them, and a legal support number you can call if you get in trouble. Ruth, please share this widely amongst your friends. Make sure the younger people have it, and if you are coming to the protest event tomorrow, don't come alone.
Okay.
The assholes at the student paper have taken over my story since it got big. Please don't read it and support my free blog site instead. Please boycott the student paper as well as the national news outlets who picked up my words without credit. Click here for my rapid response piece on the ongoing protests and clashes between feminist activists, Randy P supporters and riot police happening right now. Randy P event marred by wave of protest. Student activists protesting the alleged hate speech of alt-right figure Randy P were met with riot police on campus today. Police were attempting to separate the protest from a large and growing faction of free speech activists, white nationalists and MRAs marching through campus. Events are ongoing. Follow me for live updates and please like and share. And boycott the student paper, please!
Look, I can't claim to know what's going on around here these last few weeks since William said that dumbass thing to that young lady. And I don't really think I understand the young folks and their identity politics and their triggering warnings and what have you nots. It would be nice to understand it, but I don't. But here's the thing. It's not my job to understand. What I see here are some young folks, good young folks who I know, who passed through my sports team, who are asking folks to be decent to each other, more or less. I think these are principled young ladies and boys trying to keep on in the world. And I think they need our support.
John, have you heard? They're letting me keep my job. They're letting the booby slide, to coin a phrase. The unofficial word is that they don't want to seem censorious with all this hullabaloo about free speech going on. So it's a rap on the knuckles and we move on. Great news, right?
Hi everyone. Posting this from inside the free speech demonstration. It's getting pretty ugly down here. There are people being pushed around, throwing punches. A woman got punched on the other side in the head. I think the paramedics came, but I couldn't see. They split us up and herded us away. There are chants I won't repeat, and it's mostly Randy P supporters. They're fascists. They're actual fascists. I want to get out, but the police are herding us together, penning us in. I don't know why I posted this here.
I thought you were going to defeat them in the marketplace of ideas.
This isn't the time to take the piss, Jane. You sound more like Hannah every day. I take it she's over with your lot, leading the rabble?
You know what? She stayed at home. She was too scared to leave her house. I read what they sent her and I don't blame her. Maybe you can empathize with being scared too now, huh? I sent some legal advice. Perhaps you should take a look at it. Lesson learned, Connor. Red lines. When you hold open the doors to Nazis, don't be surprised when they trample over your nuance.
I'm blocking you now. Fuck you.
Feminist, LGBT and anti-racist activists clashed with riot police on an esteemed university campus today after a decision to allow a controversial lecture from visiting speaker Randy P to go ahead, which sparked protests which quickly escalated. Several arrests have been reported, including one of the ringleaders of the protesters, Feminist Society spokesperson Jane Jennings, who had earlier posted the following on Facebook.
The only response to fascism is to refuse to countenance it. Our grandparents knew this. We know this. This is what happens. This is what happens when you lay down to Nazis and give them a platform to all their bullshit. To countenance this ideology is to complicit in its rise. We will not stand for it.
Early reports suggest some staff were among those involved in the fracas, including much respected community figure Coach John Hornsby, who was photographed among the young feminist activists confronting riot police. Mr. Hornsby was allegedly seen putting his body between young students and the advancing police lines. His position within the university will now surely be called into question. I commend the management on their principled stance. We have always been aware of strong feelings held about this event, but remain unwavering in our commitment to free speech. These are our principles. We will not bend them.
Several injuries have been reported in the clashes, with some students being rushed to hospital. Sources can confirm that amongst the youngest demonstrator hospitalised was first-year student Ruth Holybank,
who had earlier taken to social media to state,
I don't know much about these things, and I know it's complicated. I don't think Connor is a bad guy, and I see his point. But I also know what happened when the Nazis won. And I know what I think of what this man says, and I know it's wrong. And that's how I know what side I'm on. And that's why I'm joining the protests. And that's why I hope you'll come too. Jane taught me this new phrase I'd never heard before. I like it because it's clear. It makes kind of sense to me, cutting through the crap. It's from the Spanish Civil War, where they fought the fascists and everything. It means they shall not pass. And that's what I'll be saying when they'll try to clear us off, when they'll try to let that man speak, to spread this poison. No pasarán. No pasarán. No pasarán.
family and friends' posts on Ruth's Facebook page suggest her condition is serious.
Slutgate really got out of hand fast, huh? Honestly, this place.
Friends, colleagues, family, just to say, I'll be stepping away from Facebook for some time as I take a well-earned research sabbatical to begin writing my new book on the civil rights movement. It's been a tough few months. Sharing this story here before I go so all of you can understand the menace of the threat to campus free speech from militant young students. I'd like to thank the police for their efforts to maintain order and thank all of you for your support.
This is about sending a message to the feminists, the social justice warriors, the libtards and the thought police. We're pushing back. We're a generation who've taken the red pill. We've opened our eyes and we're not going back in the box you want to force us into. Sure, we're men. Sure, we're white. But we're not ashamed of it. We're not going anywhere and we're taking back what you took from us. And we're winning. Britain has taken their country back. America is being made great again. We're in the driving seat. We're cruising and all you can do is shout from the sidewalk because you are our dust bitches. You precious little snowflakes can run to your safe spaces all you like. They won't be safe forever. When we shut your places down, gender studies, social studies, all the shit, the strongholds of your politically correct worldview, we shut them down. And I was there. And the news cameras were there. And the whole world was watching. You can't ignore us any longer. You can't ignore me any longer. You all fucking know who I am now, and I'm not going anywhere. So listen up. Because guess what, snowflakes? I hate you all.